Today we are going to discuss about the lymphatic system of the human body. Okay, class 7 science, lymphatic system of the human body. This is given on page number 148. Okay, in this video we will be discussing or we will be learning how a lymphatic system is important in our body. Okay, what is lymphatic system all about? Okay, this is the diagram of the lymphatic system of the body. Okay, the diagram is given in your book, and when you see this video, okay, you can go through the diagram and it will help you to understand better. Okay, so this is the diagram of the lymphatic system. Okay, lymphatic system is made up of what? Lymph nodes and lymph vessels. The dot like things that you can see here in the picture, okay, here in the drawing, what they are the lymph nodes. Okay, they are given in your book also. The dot like structure, they are the lymph nodes, and these are called the lymph vessels. Okay, so this is the diagram of the lymphatic system. So now in a nutshell or in short, okay, if we want to understand this, what is lymphatic system all about, then in short, lymphatic system is the subsystem of the circulatory system and the immune system. Okay, it is the subsystem of the circulatory system and the immune system, and it also acts as the drainage system for the human body, and it also acts as a filter for the human body. Okay, we will be discussing about these points in this video. First, let us see how is lymphatic system a subsystem of circulatory system. Subsystem means smaller system. Okay, there is the main one, main, and there comes the sub. Okay, the main and the sub. Main is the important one and sub means the smaller one. Okay, so lymphatic system is a subsystem of circulatory system. So let us see what is circulatory system. Okay, we have seen in our earlier video, we will be recalling it. Okay, we will be revising it. So what is the duty of the circulatory system? Okay, what is the main function of the circulatory system? The main function of the circulatory system is to provide the oxygen and the necessary nutrients to the body tissues, okay, or to the various body parts, and to absorb back all the carbon dioxide and the waste materials. Okay, what is the duty of the circulatory system? To provide oxygen and the necessary nutrients to the various body parts, and to absorb back all the carbon dioxide and the waste materials. Okay, so when this blood brings this oxygen and the necessary nutrients, this exchange takes place in the blood capillaries. Okay, exchange takes place in the blood capillaries. So what are the blood capillaries? Blood capillaries are the smallest blood vessels in our body. Okay, what are blood capillaries? Blood capillaries are the smallest blood vessels in our body. So what happens when this blood containing oxygen and necessary nutrients comes here? It goes to the various cells or the body tissues. Okay, it comes out through the opening of the blood capillaries. Okay, and the waste materials and the carbon dioxide is absorbed back by the blood vessel. Okay, this exchange takes place through these blood capillaries. The blood bringing the oxygen and the nutrients, okay, to the body, and taking back all the waste materials. This takes place in the blood capillaries. Okay, so now this blood coming and getting exchanged here, okay, this comes out of the blood capillaries and the blood is absorbed back. So all the blood that comes out cannot be absorbed back by the blood vessels. Okay, all the blood coming out, okay, coming out to the various body tissues or the body cells, when it is provided to the various body parts, all this blood cannot be absorbed back. Okay, cannot be absorbed. Around 15% of the blood remains here. Okay, around 15% of the blood remains here. All can. So this 15% of the blood that is remaining here, it needs to be taken back. Okay, if it is not absorbed back, what happens? It will lead to swelling. Okay, swelling in our body, and at last it will lead to serious health problems. Okay, it will make us fall sick. Okay, we may even die. Okay, therefore it is very important to take back this remaining 15% of the blood that cannot be absorbed by the blood vessels. Okay, so this remaining 15% of the blood is absorbed back by the lymphatic vessels. Okay, these are the lymphatic vessels. Okay, they are all over our body. So these lymphatic vessels, what do? They absorb back this remaining 15% of the blood that cannot be absorbed by the blood vessels of the circulatory system. Okay, so these lymphatic vessels, what do? They absorb back this remaining 15% of the blood and they put it back in the blood vessels. Okay, and thereby completing the circulatory system. That is why lymphatic system of the human body is called a subsystem of the circulatory system. Okay, so that is how it is called the subsystem of the circulatory system. Now let us see about the immune system. Okay, how is lymphatic system the subsystem of the immune system? So here what happens now? We have seen, okay, in our earlier video we have seen what is immune system. I told you that our body has inbuilt army in our body to fight against enemies. Okay, what are the enemies of our body? They are the bacteria. Okay, all the diseases causing bacteria. So this immune system, what do? They fight against this disease causing bacteria and helps in keeping our body healthy. If our immune system is weak, then we will fall sick. Okay, so that is the immune system, and this is done with the help of white blood cells. We have discussed in our earlier videos. So that is the duty of the immune system. Immune system, what is its duty? To protect us from the various diseases. Okay, so now how is lymphatic system a subsystem of the immune system? Okay, here we need to understand the difference between the lymph vessels and the blood vessels. Okay, this is, for example, this is the blood vessel. Okay, this is the blood vessel and this is the lymph vessels. So the difference between blood vessels and the lymph vessels, okay, between the blood vessels and the lymph vessel is that the opening, okay, in the blood vessels what happens? There should be some opening, okay, the spaces, yes or no? There should be some opening for the oxygen and the necessary nutrients to go out. Okay, so the spaces between these openings, okay, spaces between these openings, what? They are very small. Okay, spaces between these openings are very small as compared to the spaces in the spaces in the lymph vessel. Okay, they are comparatively what? The spaces are larger than the blood vessel. So what happens? This blood cannot absorb the bacteria, okay, that is in our body. Okay, so this bacteria and all those viruses are absorbed by these lymphatic vessels. Okay, as their opening and their spaces between their openings are large. Okay, so these bacteria are absorbed by these lymphatic vessels. Okay, so what happens if this bacteria is not taken out? What will happen? We will fall sick. Yes or no? We will fall into very serious health problem. So these viruses and these bacteria should be killed. Okay, and it is killed by the immune system. So these bacteria cannot be absorbed by the blood vessels. Okay, so these bacteria and viruses are absorbed by the lymphatic vessels, and there are these lymph nodes. Okay, there is a lymph node. So these lymph nodes contain two important things. Okay, two important things. One is what? One is macrophages. Okay, one is what? What is called macrophages. One is called macrophages and the other is called what? Dendritic cells. Okay, these are the what? The other is called a dendritic cells. So what is the duty of these macrophages and the dendritic cells? What happens? This eats away the bacteria. Okay, this absorbs the bacteria. Okay, this absorbs the bacteria or the viruses and kills them. Okay, that is the duty of this lymph node that is here. Okay, so that is why it is called that when all these bacteria are killed by this lymph node, that is why it is called what? Subsystem of immune system. Okay, this lymph node contains two important things, what they are called? Macrophages and dendritic cells. Okay, so this helps in what? This helps in killing the bacteria that has entered through the lymph vessels. Okay, all these things that cannot be absorbed by the blood vessels, they are absorbed by the lymph vessels, and here contains the macrophages and the dendritic cells, which kills the bacteria. That is why it is also, this lymphatic system is also called as the subsystem of immune system. So drainage system, how is lymphatic system a drainage system? So why do we use drain for? Okay, to let the water go to a particular place. Okay, so that the water will not go here and there. You make a proper drainage system in your home, so that all the water or the waste things coming out from our kitchen, okay, waste water, so they flow through to a particular pond. That's why we use, what happen, we use this drainage system. So in the same way, this lymphatic system also serve as a drainage system. Yes, all this blood coming out and which cannot be absorbed, yes or no, the blood coming out which cannot be absorbed, they are drained back. So they are drained back to the blood vessels. Okay, coming out, it cannot be absorbed by the blood vessels, but it is drained back. Like the drain, it is drained back. All this blood which cannot be absorbed back, but it is absorbed by the lymphatic vessels, and they are drained back to the blood vessels. That is why it is called what? It is also known as, lymphatic system is also known as the drainage system of our human body. And lymphatic system is also known as the filter of our body. So now what happens when these blood vessels absorb back the remaining 15% of the blood that cannot be absorbed by the blood vessels? What happens? It flows through various lymph nodes. Okay, what is a filter actually? Filter. So let us take simple example. Okay, first you give stones. Yes or no? You give big stones. Then you give small pebbles. Pebbles means small stones. Then you put charcoal or sand. Okay, then you pour water. Then the filtered water come out. Okay, that is the basic. This is a basic filter. Okay, with stones. Then you put small pebbles. Then you put sand, and at last the water comes out. Okay, that is the filter. So what happens in the same way, when all these bloods are absorbed back, okay, containing all these bacteria, okay, waste materials, and all those blood that cannot be absorbed back by these blood vessels, so this flows through, before it enters back into the blood vessels. What happens? It flows through various lymph nodes, okay, thereby cleaning the blood. Okay, before entering back into the blood vessel, what happened? Here it is, I told you, here it contains the macrophages and the dendritic cells. It kills all the bacteria. Okay, that means when these blood vessels come back, what happens? It goes through so many of the lymph nodes. Okay, then it gets filtered before it enters back into the blood vessel. Okay, all the bacteria is killed and the clean blood is put back into the blood vessel. Okay, that is why lymphatic system of the human body is also called what? The filter of our human body. Okay, that was all about the lymphatic system of the human body. Okay, if you have any doubt, please text me in my WhatsApp number.